And now, around the world and around the corner, it's the David Bowers Awards, bringing the best in indie music to millions of listeners worldwide with your host, the David Bowers. We've got a fantastic lineup of guests, as well as our engineer extraordinaire, Nick the Geek, our entire crew here at the Asylum, and me. I'm John Bon Jovial. And now, here's the voice of indie music, the David Bowers.
Thank you very much from the voice of the legendary John Bon Jovial. Welcome, everyone, to another The David Bowers Awards, the show where every show is an award show because, hey, that's just the way we roll here. Want to salute our friends around the world, including you, and, of course, in Rochester, New York, Mary Perry, accredited disability representative who underwrites The David Bowers Awards on Rochester Free Radio. And if you're in upstate New York, you can find them at 103.7 on the FM dial, WRFZ, Rochester Free Radio. And we are also heard around the world on various and sundry mechanisms like YouTube, Spreaker, iTunes, Mixcloud, TuneIn Radio app now, and also on the new Podcoin, the app that pays you to listen to podcasts just like this one, where we play a lot of new indie music. And we're going to give you a sample right now. This is an interesting group. I'll tell you about it after we listen to Check My Pulse by VOJA.
Doctor, can you hear me when I cry? Been too long without love, and I feel like I'm gonna die. Play me with your hand, check my pulse again, tell me I'm alive. You know they told me this, and they told me that I am too thin, that I am too fat. Hey, Miss Doctor, can you hear me when I cry? Play me with your hand, check my pulse again, tell me I'm alive.
No love, you ain't got no love. Your life, it ain't enough. Come on, babe, I'll fix you up, 'cause I'm your doctor. 911, check your pulse, I check your sign, I light you up now every time. Come on, babe, ain't nothing the matter, gonna make you go pitter-patter. I know you, and you know me, and I can bring you ecstasy. Oh yeah,
I gotta find me a doctor, one that treats me right, massage me in the daytime, make love to me at night. Hey, Miss Doctor, can you hear me when I cry? Play me with your hand, check my pulse again, tell me I'm alive. Again, tell me I'm alive.
you're alive. Baby, you're alive.
Oh, yeah, that's a deep, dark sound there. It's an interesting sound from a group who call themselves VOJA. I guess it's VOJA, VOJA. I guess it could be VOJA. I'll have to check that out. I don't really know. The song is called Check My Pulse. But the interesting part is it's an old friend of ours here on the David Bowers Awards, Eric McMahon. Some friends of his put it together. It's an independent project featuring some of the top blues, rock, jazz musicians from the Chicago area and includes Danny Seraphine, who was the drummer for Chicago, and bassist Richard Peterson, who played with Miles Davis. It's interesting sound, and I think I'd like to get at least one of them on the show to talk to us about it, maybe play a couple of tracks, because they've got a really, really good sound there. I really like that. And before we go to John Bon Jovial in the next part of the show, I do want to make a correction to what I said a little while ago. I was checking to see if you were paying attention, and apparently you were,
Yes,
because somebody immediately caught the fact that I misspoke and got WRFZ, Rochester Free Radio's numbers wrong. Whatever I said, forget it. It's 106.3 FM in Rochester, New York. Rochester Free Radio, 106.3. I will brand that on the back of my hand so that I don't say whatever I said before. I have no idea. I never heard of the numbers of that other station anyway, so I have no idea why that was on the tip of my tongue. But nevertheless, my apologies to all of our friends in Rochester. We love you, and we'll try not to let that happen again. John Bon Jovial, how are you this week?
Fairly wonderful. I can't complain. If I did, nobody would listen. It's the standard line. I want to go back to, is it VOJA for a second?
VOJA or VOJA?
Yeah, it's got a nice sultry sound to it.
Doesn't it?
It really does. I mean, if that doesn't go commercial, I don't know what will, because I think that has hit written all over it. Nice song, nice tune. It really
dark,
is.
Sultry sound.
Yeah. It really does. What's going on out there in the desert today?
Well, it's typically warm. I think we're at 113 or 114 as we speak, and that's supposed to be about the high for the day, although there are other places in the state up along the Colorado riverbed that they're hitting 120 today. It's a warm one, absolutely. We've had a warm snap to pay for that lovely June that we had. How about down there in the swamp?
Well, here in sunny southwest Florida, it hasn't been so sunny lately. We've been getting an awful lot of rain. I think in North Naples, Florida, which is where I live, we have gotten in the last 4 days about 7 inches of rain. It has just rained its butt off, and I will be ready for a full day of sunshine, even if it is humid out there with the helicopter-sized mosquitoes. We're just getting tired of the rain.
Would it be safe to say that the drought is over?
Oh, yes. Yes, and certainly is.
Well, that's good to hear. I mean, we wouldn't want you to have a drought in the swamp there.
No, not at all. The pythons might not like it.
I always consider that an anachronism there. It just didn't make sense to me how a piece of land that is not only surrounded by water, but basically is a pontoon on water, how you could possibly have a drought there. But hey, whatever it takes. And I'm glad that it has at least abated. So congratulations on that.
Well, We've got some
excellent. You're welcome. We've got some excellent guests here this week. We've got one return guest and one new artist who's never been on the show before. And after listening to us, she may never want to come back again, but that's another story for another time. We want to say thanks to our house band, Titty Bingo, that provides our theme music for us. Remember, it's always time to play Titty Bingo. They play some great old home rock and roll. You can sit on the back porch with a cup of your favorite brew or whatever and just sit, kick back, and listen to some good old rock and roll. Titty Bingo, the Texas Boys. And we're going to move on right now, because our first guest is sitting in the green room waiting for us and having questions about why she's even here. But we'll try to keep it in line and make her welcome. If you would welcome also, we're going to be talking in just a couple of moments with Kristen Karma. First, we're going to listen to a track we played here of hers probably about a month or so ago. And here it is. It's called Party Heroes.
something and a grooving and I wanted more. A shot to the brain and a shot to the heart. Got me feeling like I'm dreaming and our worlds apart. We're dancing on tables and we're taking shots. Grab a drink, don't think, 'cause we will never stop. We're all here, the party ain't gonna end. Fill it up, raise your cup, we set the hottest trends. Time to get dirty, get a little flirty. Gotta give you what you need. We are the party heroes, light it up. Here we go. Turn up the volume from 1 to 10. We are the party heroes, feel the beat. It's a rush so high, don't let the party end. Ain't gonna let the party end. Turn up the volume 1 to 10. Party heroes. 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 Time to get dirty, get a little flirty. Gotta give you what you need. We are the party heroes, light it up. Here we go. Turn up the volume from 1 to 10. We are the party heroes, feel the beat. It's a rush so high, don't let the party end. Don't let the party
There it is, Party Heroes. That is Kristen Karma, who is here to talk with us today. Kristen, hello there.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming by. So glad. What a rocker that is. That's for this day and age and the all the electro pop and dance music that's out there. That thing is really a thumper. That